condition.
Okay.
We even so this kind of for loop which has initialization and only works with collection which is known as for of loop, which returns the item, particular item. And at last we show for in kind of loop which also works on collection only and returns index of particular item. Okay. Now let's see the next article. What is here? These are generic TypeScripts.
Okay.
I think this is out of the scope of what we discussed. So let's skip to the while loop. There is one more kind of loop which works, which is while loop.
Okay.
Yeah. So while loop, how does it work? So in for loop, we give a condition, we give how many times it to run, we give it in our declaration itself. So if we again open the for loop, we are telling them when to terminate it. Okay. Termination condition we are giving. Even in for off also, it will run to the length of the collection we are sharing. In while loop, we have a condition, so it will run till the condition ends. We are not giving any collection, we are not giving any termination rule, we are just giving a condition. So, if you have heard of the term infinite loop, this is how we can achieve an infinite loop with the while condition. Okay. So, this is how while is used. While inside that we write a condition, and we write and we in inside the curly braces we write statement that we want to run inside that condition. So what happens? Whatever we write inside this loop, let me open a coding terminal. Oops, sorry. Yeah. So what happens here? Suppose we give two variables, const small equals to 2, const big equals to 4. Okay. And inside condition we write small is greater than big. Okay. So what is happening here? Small is 2, big is 4. So what does this statement mean? This statement means 2 is greater than 4. So this will always be false, correct? 2 is
Okay.
never greater than 4. So let's see what happens. Inside this, we'll write a console log loop, we'll write inside loop because it is inside the loop. It's just writing it. We see didn't print. Why? Because this condition is false here. 2 is greater than 4 is false in this condition. That's why I didn't
Okay.
even go inside. Okay. Now, what if we want to run this infinitely while small is less than big? So, this is the always case. So, what does this statement mean? 2 is less than 4. It will return true. Okay. So, now what happens? It will run infinitely. It will just keep going. See, it runs infinitely. Why? Because 2 is always small. Got it? What if we want
o-
to stop it? If we want to stop it, let me just update the declaration here. We'll write let. If it runs, we'll make small plus equals 1. So we are increasing the value of small every time it runs. Inside loop, we'll write before increment and we'll print small here. Same thing we'll do inside loop, but after increment. Got it? So if you see how many times it runs, small is 2, big is 4. We give a while loop for the first iteration. What happens? Small is less than big. Yes, 2 is less than 4. So we'll print a before statement. This will be printed. Then we are increasing small by 1. So small is 3 now. Okay. So this is before increment 2. After increment it is 3. This statement prints. Now it is updated to 3. Then it will get out of the loop. Then it will run again. Why? Because small is still less than big. Because in this case it will be 3 and 4. Got it? Suppose, not suppose, see here, 3 is small than 4. So it will again go inside the loop because this condition is true. We'll go inside loop. Currently it is 3. We printed 3. Before condition we printed 3. Then we are again incrementing it. Now the value is 4. And this will be printed. This prints, there is 4 inside our output. Now it will check again, like 4 is less than 4. No, it is not. It is false. So the statements will not run. Got it?
Okay.
Got it clear? While loop.
Yeah, yeah.
Now there is another version of while loop which is known as do while. So what does this statement mean? While loop is as it is, but what about do while? What does do while do? So do while is do something before running the loop. Do something is the general use case of do while loop. Suppose now what I want to do, same thing, small big will remove the older loop. Small and big will use same condition, small is less than big. Okay. So the statement of increment which we wrote here instead of there, we'll write above. Console.log will print small, and inside do something, we'll do small plus equals 1. So this plus equals generally means small equals to small plus 1. Got it? Now we'll run it again. You see what happens? It only printed 4. Reason for it? We are running do first. Now we'll check the iterations. First of all, small is 2. We came here, small became 3. Okay. Now we are checking. Small is less than big. Yes, it is less than big. But before it will run do. Because before running the while loop, it will run the do loop. Do part of the while loop. Now it will again increment 4 and this will print 4. Got it? If there is a real case example, I will be able to show you perfectly here. Condition code inside while, we'll check the condition. Inside code block, we'll just check the condition if it is true, else it will be false. Here is the general do while loop. See, yes, a good example here. Now we have a variable n, which is a number. Number is assigned to as 10. We are saying do. What to do? Console log n and then decrement the n, then check the condition. Okay, so if the condition is false, the do will not run. If the condition is false, do will not run. If the condition is true, do will run. That is the general scenario here. Two statements. If condition given in the while loop is false, do will not run. If the condition given in the while loop is true, do will run. Now let's
Okay.
print it. Okay, this syntax is not acceptable here, so we'll just run it. See what is happening here. First of all, do ran because n is greater than 0. Yes. n is currently 10 and it is greater than 0. We printed 10. Then we decremented 10 to 9. In the second iteration, it is 9. Again, we are checking is 9 is greater than 0? Yes, 9 is greater than 0. Print 9. 9 is printed. 9 is decremented to 8. New value is 8 here. 8 is checked. Is 8 greater than or equal to 10? Yes, it is greater than or equal to 10. We print 8. We decrement again. New value will be 7. It will go till it is greater than or equal to, which means it will go till 0. We see here it goes till 0. One
Okay.
more general scenario, if we want an infinite loop, we'll just not decrease it and it will just keep going. It's an infinite. That's all. With the loops, here the loops complete. So there are only three kind of loops. One is for loop. For loops are of three kind. For, which has three statements: initialize, condition, increment, decrement. For off and for in. Fourth loop is while loop, and the fifth loop is do while loop.
Okay.
Cool. Are we done with the loops here?
Yes, yes.
Cool. Now let's go to the functions. Oops, I closed that.
I Dikshit, I think I mean say I have gone through functions a bit. So the main thing is I wanted from you is can you teach me like using classes and methods with these
Sure,
loops and conditional statements? If you teach me something like that, how to use conditional statements when we write class?
sure. So we are not going with functions, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now before class and objects, we have one thing interface, which is
Okay.
to be studied to learn the classes. Okay. So
Okay.
let's see the
Interface.
interface
Okay.
first.
Yeah. Yeah.
Interface is nothing. Interface is something which we call it as a blueprint of an object or of a class. Okay. So suppose this is our object, which can be our class. So suppose this is our class. Class name is person. We have a property which is first name and last name, and one property is function which is saying say hi. Okay. So the blueprint of this is first name will be a string, last name will be a string. Say hi is a function, but there is no function type, but we'll assign the return type of it. So this is returning a string here. Okay. So we'll write string here. So this is a blueprint of it. So interface is a blueprint of our class or an object. Consider this as an object currently. So this is a blueprint of our object, which is known as interface.
And
What is
I'm
extend? Yeah, please.
yeah, I mean to say like whatever is there. I mean, so to briefly explain about what class is all about, which tells what class is all about is an interface.
Um, no, we cannot say that. We can only say that the interface is a skeleton of class or an object.
Okay, skeleton of an class and object. Okay,
Yes, it's a basic skeleton which is describing us the data type of particular property. So these are properties. These are known as properties. First name is one property, last name is one property, say hi is one property. Suppose if I use this in our code editor, let's go to the compiler. We are here now. Let's paste it. So this is person. Person is our class. Consider it as a class. Person dot first name is what I'm calling. Okay.
okay,
And I'll do console log of it so that we can check it on our output. Now, person dot first name is Tom. So what is happening? The class person has a property first name which contains a value Tom. Got it? Now, taking interface from here, interface will not work here. So we'll just comment it for a while and we'll check the type of it. Type of is something which we use to see the type, basically data type of this property. Here it says string. So our skeleton also says string. Our interface also says string. Now suppose I have this interface and I have defined number here. Then it will not accept and it will give an error. The term will not be accepted here. Here there should be some number. So skeleton which validates the data type of our properties and function. Clear?
Can you explain with an example, I would say?
Sure. So the first example here. So if we see the person dot first name I've given is a string class. Should be of a string class. Why? Because we have defined here it as a string. Got it? Let me open the TypeScript compiler. Okay. Yeah. So this is a TypeScript compiler here. And let's take the interface. Define it as interface value. Okay. Now consider it as a string for a while. Now we'll define a person with this particular interface. This interface here, which we define, can be given here. Now you see, we have defined, let me make this as a string for a while. Now you see, say hi is something with string. Okay, yes, it is with a string. First name is something which is having string. Yes, the value given here is a string. Now first name is giving some error. Why so? So first name says type number is not assignable to type string. Why does it say number? Because we have given your number. Okay. But in our interface, in our skeleton, we have given that first name should be of string. So
Yes.
here it is saying that type number, which we have typed here, is not assignable to type string. Now, what if I want to allow this number to be here? We'll have to update it here. We have to write number here. Then it is not giving any error. Got
Okay.
it? So it validates the data type of it. Now again, if I write string and I update here something term, it allows. Why? Because this is satisfying that it should have string. The skeleton tells us that it should have string and it is having a string. But if it is having something else like false, so false, if you know it is a boolean type, it will give an error that boolean type is not assignable to type string. But what if we want to allow it to have a boolean? We can just type boolean here in the skeleton.
Okay.
So skeleton is something which validates the data type of particular properties, value of particular properties. So the value we pass here should be of the same data type for that property. Cool. Skeleton clear to you?
Yeah.
Cool. Let's move forward then. So this is what interface mean. Interface is declaring interface and using it. Extending interface. So this is something which is of not much use, so we'll not waste much time on this. But there is just this extend keyword which is used, to, if I'm writing extend here, and I have another interface, we write age as an interface, it will have a property. Let me just change the name age. Okay. And we'll write age as a property which should be of type number. Make sense? When it
Okay.
extends, we just write age. Okay. So now we have two interfaces, two skeletons. But our value skeleton, which we are passing here, is extending the age skeleton. Okay. So what we are doing here, we are just importing the age skeleton into the validation value skeleton. Okay. So extend, what extend does, extend just imports the validation in here. So now, so variable person, if you see, it says property age is missing. Got it? So property age is not there in this while. Let me just change it to capital case so it will be more clear. Okay. So this val is not having any sort of age here, but this age is having, which we are extending. We are inputting this age inside the val. So now if I write age is 9, error vanishes. Basically, extend is import for interfaces. Clear?
Okay.
Yeah. Let's move to the classes then. So what are class? First of all, a basic definition of class. TypeScript is an object-oriented JavaScript. TypeScript supports object-oriented programming features like class, interface, etc. A class is in term of object-oriented programming is a blueprint of creating objects. Okay. So this is our skeleton and we have a blueprint. So there is a very thin line between skeleton and blueprint, which we'll see here. So there is a class person. Consider a class person. What it does in JavaScript, we don't need to learn that what it does in JavaScript. That is more confusing. So we'll skip that part, this part. This is how it is compiled. We don't need to know how it is compiled. That is done for us by our compiler. Okay, here's an example. Declaring a class. How a class is declared? Class is declared using this class variable. So if you want to declare a class, we'll just use class here. Class is named as car in this case. Okay, what's this? So class is having a property named engine, and that is
Okay.
of type string. So it is an engine and it is of type string. Now
Okay.
we have a constructor. So every class should have a constructor. What does a constructor do? Constructor initializes our car object, car class. Car is so class is nothing but an object in TypeScript. Okay. So it will have properties and methods which we saw for the person class earlier. That is also considered as a class. So what this does here? So this is a constructor and there is a function.
So what does the constructor do to the class?
Just a second, I'll just inform you about that. Constructor initializes the class.
I mean, so whatever class has.
Whatever class has to go to the constructor to construct. Basically, class cannot construct itself. It needs a constructor to build it.
Okay.
Okay, so whatever properties are there in class car, we need a constructor to build those properties. Suppose I have here, which your car it is, and we will pass it as a number. If you see this one is giving error, why is it giving error? Because it is not initialized. So what does the constructor do? Constructor initializes. So we will have to pass here with the type number, and here we will define it as here.
So why
Got
this?
it? This, yes. So this keyword is a bit complicated in JavaScript. This is used everywhere. So basically, this is used to target a property or field which is inside that particular class. Okay. Suppose now I have here two classes. The other class name is student, which is having same variable here. Okay, we'll remove this engine. Let's keep it engine and make it college. That would be more easy to understand. College is college and engine also transfers to college. Okay. So what we are doing in this student, student is also having here, this car is also having here. So there can be a conflict basically. Okay. So this keyword is used to target to a variable of this particular class. This means we are targeting to the year property of this particular class. Now I want to target year of car property. So we'll write car dot year. Okay. We'll be able to write car dot year. So, and we need to give the type number by r, which is of type number, and we can then assign it to here.
Can we give like that? I mean, say something dot and again some string or something in that way. Can we give? Can we assign a value?
We cannot change it. If something is declared in a class, let me just remove this. Something is declared in the class, this college is string, then it should stay string altogether, everywhere. Okay.
No, no, I'm not asking about that. I'm asking about earlier you have given car dot year, right? So can we
Yes.
give the dot in between to something like not only of cars, for example, student dot marks, something like that. That dot can we give? Can we issue? Say, can we put
Yes.
those kind of values in that class?
You cannot put the values which are not already declared in class.
Okay, okay, that I understood. Whatever values we have initialized in the class, only those values has been
Yes.
constructed.
Yes.
But my thing is, for example, you have given engine, no? So engine dot car. Uh,
No, 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 no.
if
Engine
you give
car
that,
will give an error.
it will give an error. Huh? Okay, okay.
Yes.
So
Engine.
that's what my question is.
Yeah. So if you see, if you hover over this, it says it is a property of car class. So it follows an hierarchy. So car is a parent and engine is a child property of it. So we cannot do vice versa. We cannot do like a engine dot car.
Okay.
Now engine dot car is not possible. See, it gives an error. Let me just print it outside our class. Yeah, it gives an error. Why? Engine cannot be found. What is engine? Program doesn't know. But if we
So in this
type
regard, the
car,
car is an class. Okay, I can understand. But some other thing like instead of there is a college string year number have you have given, right? So in the
hmm,
same way, if you give something like bus dot driver string year dot January number, if you give like that, can we give like that? I'm asking
no,
engine.
no, 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 sorry. No, no, no. We cannot give that. We cannot give that in general.
Okay, okay, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so this keyword refers to the current instance of the class. Your question about this keyword refers to the current instance of this particular class.
Okay. So what all we initialize in class
Hmm,
will again be, we will be disclosing the same thing in the
constructor.
constructor, and then from constructor onwards, it will go to methods and methods to objects, right?
Yes,
Or
yes,
like without methods also, we can directly initialize those things into the objects.
yes, yes. So one initializing the let's initialize this one car object. Okay. So if you see, let me just comment this. So this is the declaration of the car. Okay, we
Mm.
declared a car. Our car is having one engine, and we want to pass a year of it. So constructor clearly wants two values from us. Okay,
Okay.
engine, and we'll type of year just to showcase the year. I did a comma. Hmm. Okay. So now if we so whenever we want to call a class, we will type new keyword in front of it. Okay. Whenever we want an object to be created, we want this new keyword in front of our object or in front of our class. So first value is already given. I will pass the another value. 1992. Okay. Now what we'll do, let me run this. Let's see what happens. So if we see in the output, nothing happens. We just created an object. Now, if I want to call this disp function, which is already declared, which is giving me the engine and gear. So I'll do a console.log. What I'll do obj dot. Why obj dot? Because I just gave it a name. We created an instance of car class and we gave it a name obj. Let's to clear, let's write my car. Okay, this is more clear description of it. My car. Then we'll write dot. While writing dot, you can see there we are having three things. Which three things? Two are engine and variable, and third is a function display. Okay, let me
Okay.
update this keyword also display. Now dot engine here in display. Let me just print engine first. What does it say? Engines, it is saying engine one. Why? Because we are passing engine one here. Let me
Mhm.
just type something else. General Motors. Okay. Then I will write one more function which says here. Then I will call one more function. Oh, we don't need console log here now to call this display function. Why? Because once I call my car dot display, it will run. We need to add curly braces whenever there is, oh, sorry, so, round braces whenever there is a function. Okay.
Okay,
So
so
we
here
need,
I'm getting a little bit confusion. The thing is,
hmm,
when we add a method or a function within the class,
hmm,
so that particular name should be given with the object to get the output. Is that correct?
yes, yes, that is correct. So whenever we want to call anything inside our class, we need to first step is to initialize our class. Okay. We initialize our class with new variable.
Okay.
New, then our class. Here we need to pass these two things. That's the reason we are passing these two things. Okay.
Okay.
It is not mandatory to pass these two things. Here in this our case, we are passing these two things. There is generally something to pass. So we are passing these two things. Okay. We passed it. Now we named this initialization as my car. Now this my car is a reference for our class. Okay. My
Okay.
car works as a reference for our car. Now suppose I am creating one more variable for our class. Variable, I am typing your car. So this is my car and this is your car. I will initialize one more car class. So your car and my car will be different. So mine is Hyundai and your is 2020. Cool. So I
Okay.
give one more name here, your car, with the same car initialization, same car class, but it is a new initialization. So every time the new keyword is used, consider it this class to assign it once. Okay, this is assigned here once, and then it is assigned once here. Two times it is assigned basically. I can assign this same class 100 times if we want. So this is the general class code which we assigned to our multiple variables.
So
Getting hang
generally,
of it?
what is the syntax of class? Like first initialize, then pass through constructor, then
Write any
main
methods if any.
method defining, and then comes the objects.
Yes, yes. It doesn't matter it doesn't matter the sorting of it doesn't matter. Can anything come for anything can come first. Like a display I can write here. Doesn't matter.
Okay, earlier display after constructor.
I can write anything, anywhere.
Okay. And this thing I'm a little bit confused about. In this console in display console log, you have written engine.
Hmm.
Uh, Engine is like this dot engine of the car. So I mean, so how to add plus and all those things? I mean, so is there any syntax for this kind of writing? I'm not asking about the content of console.log, what you have written, but I'm generally asking. Sometimes we add
Yes.
two strings or
Yes. Yes. Yes.
we will give plus plus in between gap and we'll add empty strings with
Yes.
space.
Yes. So to give empty space, this will not considered as an empty space. Okay.
Okay,
You need to write plus in front of it, then plus after it, and then you can give some empty space again. So to
okay,
consider the empty space, we need to use plus. To merge string, we use plus. There is no double plus here. Okay. So if you see, I write double plus, it is just giving an error. So to concatenate string beyond a string, we write plus. And to separate the strings, we just write comma. Okay. In
okay.
console log. Now, to clear your doubt, what I'll do, I'll write my engine is. Okay, this is instead string. Still, I want to type engine. Then we'll do dollar curly braces. Okay, this dot engine. If you see, this is not going to work. Why? Let me run. See, I don't want this. I want the name of engine. So what we can do, we can just remove double braces and we can add this tag.
So generally, how
Like,
do we write this one in requirements? It will be given or like with
no,
the
no, no, no. It depends on general use cases. There is no right or wrong way to write this. We can write it any way we want.
okay,
Yeah. So this is one way to write it. You see, the other way to write the exact same thing is what I'll do. I will write this much and I'll just write this dot engine. This is also correct and it will return the same thing. Now, another one way to write this is what I'll do. I'll write it this way and then I'll do plus. Oops. Yeah. This is also same thing. All three will be giving us the same result. If we run, you see, same result. This is same. This is same. This one is having comma because yes, it does have a comma. But to remove that comma, what we can do, I can just write it this way. So all the three are completely same. Got it?
okay,
Now let's come back from this console log. Let's come back to our initialization. We initialize the car, we initialized your car and my car, two cars. Okay. Now what we'll do, we'll just call my car display and your car display. We want to display both of our cars.
yes,
Now we'll run it. If you see, okay, so there are so many statements. I'll just remove this and we'll just write one statement. And let me clear it for where can I clear it? I think there is no way to clear this. So let's see. It should give two results. One will be my General Motors and one will be Hyundai. Why?
one
Because
part can one method will be used in two objects.
so that is the beauty of class. We can initialize classes as many times as we want, and we can give it to other variables.
Okay,
Basically, we are creating reference of our particular class.
okay,
The main purpose of using class is that it is reusable. So if you see, I am using it for my car also, I am using it for your car also.
okay,
Okay. So the main purpose and the main use case is to reuse the code. Exact same code we can use as many times as we want. So if you see our last two console logs are one is General Motor, one is Hyundai Motor. Why? Because one is for my car and one is for your car. Clear?
Yeah.
Let's summarize this. First of all, class is declared with a class keyword. We can give anything as a name to our class. We can declare properties in our class. Whatever properties we are declaring, we need to describe it in constructor so that they initialize. Then we can write methods on those variables. But to call those variables for this particular variable, we need to write this keyword everywhere. This dot, and then we'll write the name of the variable. Okay.
Okay.
Then to initialize our class car, but basically to initialize or use any class, we will write new keyword and we'll write the class name. We'll pass whatever we need to pass and we'll use the functions inside it or variables inside it with an object notation. This is known as object notation. Wherever we write dot and then we use something that is known as object notation. Cool. This much is clear.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do practice it, man. Then and only then it will be more clear. I'll share you this link now. I'm
Okay. It
sharing
will.
it inside chat. Do go through this because you can master this only by practicing. Let's see one more example so it is more clear. Let's not take the class example. Yeah. So one more thing on classes. The extent which we show for the interface, we saw that we can use extent to import. The same extent we can use for class. Here is an example. There is a class named shape. Shape is having an argument name is area. Area is of number. Same thing, we passed it through a constructor. Okay, there are no methods, so this is one class. Let's use this class in our code. Again, class name is shape, property name is area, and we are constructing it. Okay. Another class is circle. Okay. Circle is extending shape. Basically, circle is importing shape.
Okay.
Understanding? Circle is having only one method. What the method is? Method is having area of the circle. It is just printing an area of the circle. And this is calling, see, this dot area. It is basically using this variable for this constructor. How we
It's
can
like
use this?
inheritance, huh?
Sorry,
Is this like inheritance?
this is exactly inheritance. Our
Okay.
parent class is shape, our child class is circle. We are extending, basically inheriting the shape class. How we can use it? We can use it as where area of circle equals to new. What we'll write here? We'll write circle here. Okay. Now what circle is accepting? Circle is accepting one argument. Why? Here circle is not accepting anything. But here it says it is expecting one argument. Why? Because the shape is expecting one argument. Okay. So if we pass something, it works. Now, circle is not having anything instead of display. Correct?
Okay. 1 second. I have one doubt. In constructor, I would
Hmm.
say you haven't defined exactly what was there in class shape. Like area is there, number. In
Hmm.
constructor, you have given it as only just a in the main thing.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Okay, so that main thing you have this dot area is equal to a. Okay, now I got. Okay,
Yeah. So what we are doing, so whatever we pass here is considered as A. So constructor thinks A is 1, pass 1 as A.
and finally a means area only
Yes,
altogether.
it is area only. So see this dot area, we are printing it. Let me just display it. It will just print one.
Okay.
It prints one area of circle. Getting it? This is just a reference, like reference for what we passed. We can write anything here. We can write two if we want. But just the reason is we need to pass the same thing here.
So
Clear?
when a class is extended, that
Mm.
extended class will be used in objects,
Yes, yes.
not the main one.
No.
Okay.
Okay. So
And why do we use?
to clear that, see, we are getting two options here. Display and area both. In here in circle, we only have display, but it inherited the area. That's why we are getting two options here. See,
And method can be of any name, no? Instead of putting display, if you can put something else.
anything. Method can be like I can write show me,
But the thing is,
except
void
show.
should be there so that I mean, so why do you put void in that?
Void is used whenever nothing is returned. So we are not returning here anything. If we are returning here this dot area, then we need to type this dot area. If we are returning it, then we need to write the data type of this dot area here. So what is the data type of this dot area? It is a number. So let's
Okay.
see what happens. So first of all, let's see what error here it is. Type number is not assignable to type void. So it understand that this is of type number. That is not assignable to type void. Why void? Because we have declared void here. Let's try and assign string here. This is not accepting string also. Type number is not assignable to type string. Then what do we need to write here? We need to write here numbers. So whatever data type we are returning, we need to type besides the function declaration. Similar to variable declaration.
That means if you are putting number, return this
Suppose I
area.
am returning 1 year.
Okay.
It is a number. But suppose I am returning high
So if
years.
you don't want anything to be written from the object, sorry, from the method, then we use void.
Void.
Else we
Yes.
will go with the normal string value.
Yes.
Normal
A-
string, so normal data type might be a number or a string.
Anything, boolean, number, string, anything.
Okay.
Okay. This much is clear.
Yeah. Uh, tomorrow, I mean, sir, tomorrow at what time? Same time?
Tomorrow, yes, same time.
Okay. Tomorrow, then shall we start up with all these conditions loops using classes and objects? Any small
Yeah,
sort of project
sure, sure, sure.
only based on classes and loops and
Okay, done. Yeah, let's start with that tomorrow.
okay, okay. And on Saturday and Sunday, like Sunday, as you said, this Saturday won't be available. If possible, only for 1 hour you might be available.
Yes.
Okay, so Saturday also
Saturday,
should be.
Saturday I'll try. If I can do 2 hours, I'll do 2 hours, but that will be early morning only, like
Yeah, yeah, no
7:30 to
problem.
9:30.
No, no, no problem for me. Timing is not a constraint.
Yeah, Sunday
Uh,
also same thing. I'll do 3 hours most max.
okay,
Yeah, 7:30 to 10:30
7:30 to 10:30. Yeah, okay, then fine.
works, correct?
Yeah, yeah, fine, fine. Yeah.
Okay, cool, man.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, bye.
Right.